Anna is a successful lawyer and a caring mother. She and her husband Peter have two beautiful twin girls. She is about 50. She skillfully manages her husband, as well as her business partner. Her intelligence, authority and manipulative communication skills are so high that it is difficult to imagine a man whom she would not be able to process and subdue without breaking the relationship at the same time. Her clients are often young girls who have found themselves in a situation of sexual exploitation, and this is often difficult to prove. In such cases, Anna cannot contain her emotions and verbally attacks the accused men, who are not being punished because their guilt has not been confirmed. The choice of this professional field gets its own explanation. When we find out Anna's biography, it becomes clear that she herself was, and having lost her innocence against her will, having studied law, Anna began to protect people like her. Although now it is difficult to imagine Anna as a victim, because now she is in the role of a rescuer, a strong-willed person who better not get in the way. One day, Peter's 17-year-old son arrives at their home in Sweden from his first marriage was named Gustav. He lived with his mother in another country, and his father practically did not know him and was not involved in his upbringing. He was expelled from school, and now, due to circumstances, Gustav is forced to move to his father in Dumana. His parents have two options: either send Gustav to boarding school or leave him to live with his father and his new family. At first, family relations are not good. The father quarrels with Gustav's son, perceives this move to someone else's family extremely negatively, but while he is underage, he simply has no choice, and Anna herself hopes that Gustav will move soon, since they cannot adapt to living together. And the girls warmly welcome the newly arrived Gusty and give him gifts, and also the keychain, which will play an important role in the further development of events. Gustav begins becoming more and more in conflict with his father and protesting in every possible way. It comes to the point that, as revenge, he organizes a robbery of the house in which this family lives, and he manages to get away with it. But after a while it turns out that he made a small mistake, leaving one small clue, a keychain that the girls gave him. He threw it away, but soon Anna found it on the street and brought it into the house. But she did not give it to Gustav. And after the robbery, she found this keychain when washing his clothes in his pants pocket. This evidence gives Anna the opportunity to put pressure on Gustav. She makes an agreement with Gustav that she will not report to the police, will not say anything to Peter, her husband. But for this, Gustav must join the family and behave well. Now Gustav has been pushed to the wall. He has no choice but to obey his stepmother. Gustav begins to behave like silk. Soon peace and order are established in the family. Everything happens the way Anna loves. But Anna did not take into account one thing, that in front of her is a teenager who grew up with his mother and is not used to pressure, especially to the pressure on a man from a woman. After a while Gustav brings a girl home and has sex with her. And in the meantime Anna is forced to witness everything that is happening. Now Anna has become cornered. She cannot forbid Gustav to bring girls to their house, since Gustav has become not just a good family member, but he has fallen in love includes twin girls. They are very happy to have a brother in his person, and the whole family is based on the cult of daughters, adored by their father. At the same time, Anna feels vulnerable against the background of her age. Her intimacy with her husband is fading. In a sense, she's been hit and doesn't know what to do about it, even though she's not used to being defeated. Anna begins to show Gustav an unequivocal interest, spending more and more time with him. And at some point she goes with him to a cafe on the spot. Anna asks Gustav about his relationship with his girlfriend, whom he brought to the house, how he was with her, or is she still not from that dough? In the end she just kisses him, and the guy is completely perplexed. Gradually Anna begins to experience she is really attracted to Gustav, and in the end she seduces him from that moment on. Every absence of her husband is known, a celebration of intimacy, and now Anna has won again. She is back on the horse and is happy to have a young lover in the person of Gustav. Anna begins to give him expensive gifts and show more and more signs of attention, to which Gustav's father asks his wife to consult with him, since this is his son and he wants to take a direct part in his life. Although Anna is not his mother, she is his father's wife. By having an affair with Gustav, Anna only exacerbates the tense situation between her son and father. She allows the guy to experience a kind of deep triumph, that is, to some extent, the victory of the son over the father. And this pathological condition cannot be stable. Gustav's character makes itself felt a little later, when Gustav sees how Anna prefers her husband on. At a family holiday, he begins to feel jealous and demands confirmation of his primacy. At first glance, it seems to a simple layman that this is just the son's connection with this woman, but in fact it is competition with his father, who seizes him. Like an affect, Gustav begins to molest her at a family holiday to confirm his exceptional status. At this time, Anna's sister accidentally witnesses this, and Anna begins to realize in horror that her position is now under threat. Anna realizes that all this has gone too far, and decides to abruptly end her relationship with her young lover. Further events unfold like a snowball of some kind of tragedy. Fate overtakes the heroes and drags them into the abyss, because more recently, acts of having a good time. The outgoing ones while her husband was at work seemed to last forever, but the exalted Gustav turns out to be devalued and abandoned. Having lost Anna's love, he now experiences his psychological defeat in front of Gustav's father, decides to take revenge, so after a while Gustav leaves with his father for a forest cabin, a secluded place where his father likes to spend time in solitude, and there Gustav tells his father that Anna was his lover. His father returns home earlier than scheduled and begins to demand an explanation from Anna, but as I mentioned earlier, I do not know what can break such a strong woman who is used to controlling absolutely everything in her life. She plays the role of the offendant and exposes Gustav as a liar, and also informs Peter that his son robbed her, and she puts conditions on her husband's house, or she leaves the house, or Gustav goes to live in a boarding house. The father prefers to believe his wife and makes a difficult decision for himself to send his son to a boarding school. Unfortunately, the psyche of a 17-year-old teenager is unable to accept injustice, and his youthful rebellion continues. Gustav arrives at Kanny's office and threatens her with a scandal and a lawsuit because he is a minor, and Anna legally could not do what they were doing with him. Anna again easily gets the better of him and morally destroys him, proving that his accusations are absolutely ridiculous. No one will believe him, especially against the background of the robbery at home. Gustav makes his last desperate attempt at Christmas. He got to Anna and Peter's house at night, while her father was sleeping. Anna comes out to Gustav and says that he is already tired of his father, that he no longer lives here and should leave their family alone. All the kid wanted was for his father to know the truth. A few months later, Peter gets a call and is called to the police. After Peter returns, he tells us that Gustav has almost reached their cabin in the forest. They say he lay there for several months under the snow, and now the snow has melted, and, apparently, he froze to death there. Anna moves from the role of a rescuer to the role of an executioner. Now she's got her victim, too. The circle has closed, and the victim-rescuer-executioner cycle has ended. Gustav's death completely broke her. Anna can't bear the thought of her father feeling guilty about her son's death. To tell him the truth, Peter shuts her mouth. He understands everything now. One of the deep semantic lines is that Anna has been seeking revenge since her youth, and since the accused men in her trials evaded responsibility. She needed someone she would make a victim of, as she was once made a victim at the end of the film. In one of the scenes, we are shown a painting hanging in Anna's house. It depicts a man in a robe, a treatise on nothing else but being in captivity. We can also catch this connection in the film, where the guy first found himself in the grip of temptation, and then in the grip of a game that he started himself, without the possibility of coming out victorious. There are also other semantic lines in the film, but now we know one thing for sure: Anna's family will never be the same. That's where the movie ends.